Well, Mike Mallett here with Bobby Sweeney from DirtTrackDigest.com, recapping Friday night here of Outlaw 200 weekend, and a couple surprises and a couple of, yeah, you expected that, I think. When you look at the rundown of 4 drivers locked themselves in to tomorrow's main event against 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. So it's going to be Peter Britten, Stewart Friesen, Larry Wight, and Ronnie Davis III. And as I said, Bobby, a couple of, yeah, I expected that, and maybe a couple of surprises.
Yeah, first heat race we had, Peter Britten. First time I've seen the Dig Race Products logo on that race car. Maybe some new shocks on that. He won by about half a lap or so. Once he got in the lead, about lap 2, 3, he was gone. No catching him.
Yeah, Peter Britten has been good here in this race in the past. He has been close. He's led the race. I think it was a couple years ago when Billy Decker passed him after it rubbered down. So once it rubbered down, the issues for Peter Britten. But we've seen him come close at a couple different places, including Super Dirt Week.
Oh, yeah. Peter Britton's always got a knack for the 200-lap, 150-lap events. This is one of those. I'd expect him to see run good tomorrow. Looks good tonight.
You look down through the list. Stewart Friesen wins qualifying event number 2. No surprise. He's coming off 53 grand, so he's on the hot streak.
Yeah, Fulton, when it comes to the numbers, isn't Stewart Friesen's best track by any means, but he's got a lot of momentum, 53 grand in the bank, and he looks really good tonight. Granted, the track will be way different tomorrow, we're sure. Starting off on a high note for him.
Yeah, you mentioned the track, and it is freaking cold out right now. You can probably see our breath as we're doing this video. And, man, what a difference a couple days makes here in Central New York. It's been so nice out, 80, 85, 90 on Tuesday, and it's progressively sucked since then. So tonight it's chilly, in the mid-40s right now, and the track's heavy, got some bite to it, so that kind of helps some guys. I mean, Peter Britten blasted the cushion. You know, look at Stewart Friesen. Blasted the cushion.
We got to talk about Larry Wight now. When we ever talk about a heavy track at Fulton, Larry Wight comes into mind. He started mid-pack in his heat race, heat number 3, and he was the show, literally in the air a couple times, flying through the pack. Ended up getting by Rocky Warner with a slide job, coming through the final set of turns, and got the win. Because,
again, it's cold out, and there's a cushion, and he blasted it the entire race. So, again, Larry Wight picked up the win there in heat 3, or qualifier 3 is what we're calling him tonight. But the shock here, I guess, is the surprise is, how about RD3? Ronnie Davis III picking up the win in that 4th qualifier.
Yep, Ronnie lowered 358 to win a qualifier tonight. Him and Mike Maresca had a pretty good battle at the end. Davis hopped the cushion, had to change his lane. Maresca almost got him there at the end, but Davis held him off. One for the Fulton regulars.
Yeah, the one Fulton regular. Oh, Larry Wight, obviously a Fulton regular too, but you got to feel for the doctor, Danny Johnson. He was leading that race and then all of a sudden headed to the pits.
Yep, it looked like it was the doctor's qualifier there, number 4, but pulled to the bits halfway through that one and handed it right to Davis.
Okay, we're on the spot. This is our pre-race show here. Now you can say we've got our qualifiers in the books. Peter Britten, Stewart Friesen, Larry Wight, Ronnie Davis III picking up the wins. Who's your pick to win tomorrow's Outlaw 200?
Well, contractually, I'm obligated to say Jimmy Phelps.
Oh, come on. Quit being a homer. This isn't Weed Sport. We're at Fulton.
I have to say Larry Wight. He's been...
Whoa. I know you're not the biggest Larry Wight fan, so I'm surprised that you're going to say Larry Wight.
Well, they did help my wallet here recently, so I am a fan of him. Any of that aside, Larry's had a fantastic year here at Fulton. For a while, he won like 3-4 in a row. This is why I say one for the Fulton regulars. Larry didn't even make every race this year. He won the track championship, and he wasn't even here the track championship night. So he's ran great all year. He had a big blackout tonight, looked great in the 358 all season. Who knows what he's going to bring out tomorrow, or whatever he does, he's got a fast piece.
My issue with Larry is he's never won this race, which when I was going through the stats and writing this week, I couldn't believe it. Like, you look through the names of guys that won here, Billy Decker, Jimmy Phelps, most recently, those 2 drivers. You're like, well, where's Larry's name on the list? It's not on the list. That's hard to believe. As good as he's been here, as dominant as he has been here in the regular season, he has never won a race. Well, let me rephrase that. He's never won the Outlaw 200.
His issue always seems to be qualifying. I never feel like Larry's ever starting up front. I've seen him drive to podiums from 20th. Like last year, he started at the back of the field on a rubbered-up track. That was difficult. But now, with this qualifier win tonight, we know he's at least starting about 18th, 19th, 20th. That's half a field in front of where he started last year. I don't know. 200 laps is a long time.
All right, if you're going to take Larry Wight, I'm going to take the guy that's coming back, and I think it's the first time since 2015. I'm going homer pick for myself. I'm going to go Super Matt Shepard. He's got something to prove. He had a tough week last week and unfortunately came up white on the scales at Fulton Speedway. Lost 20 grand. I think tomorrow is where he picks up his 20 grand.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Shepard race here, that's for sure. But when he's not here tonight, didn't get a good view of, obviously couldn't get a view of how he looks on this track, but it's Shepard. He doesn't need any practice. He's going to be up front tomorrow regardless.
If it's slick, Matt Shepard's going to be at the front. I think the one guy that you and I both would probably not be all that like, oh my God, this guy won if he got it done, is Billy Decker. He has not had a great year with Gypsum by his standards. I'm not judging him or anything. He's had a lot of top 5 finish, a lot of podium finish. Hasn't been able to get that big win with Gypsum this year. This race could be where he gets it done because he is always good in the Outlaw 200.
There's certain guys, when you talk about the Outlaw 200, you know they're going to be up front. It's guys like Phelps. It's guys like Shepard when he's allowed. It's guys like Billy Decker. Guys that have a ton of experience in these long races. Guys that have a ton of wins here at Fulton. Combine those both two together, Decker will be up front tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd agree. And you mentioned another guy, Jimmy Phelps. It has not been a good season for Jimmy Phelps. I know you like Jimmy Phelps. It has not been a great year for them, but there's something about the Outlaw 200 that brings out the best in that HBR team. And who knows, winner last year, maybe this is the day, or well, I should say tomorrow's the day that Jimmy Phelps gets it back on track.
If there's anywhere where Jimmy can get back on track, it's the show tomorrow. The motor he's got in the car only has 4 races on it. 3 of those were Outlaw 200 wins. So
That's a pretty good combination.
Yes. So we got a trusty motor in the car. He didn't run it tonight. He ran the small block tonight, shaking that down for dirt week. But tomorrow he's got a proven piece under him. I think he'll be in contention too.
I agree with you. I mean, there's no doubt. Jimmy Phelps loves coming here to the Fulton Speedway. It's his home track. You know, the only reason he's not here is he's running the big block at Land of Legends and they're obviously running small blocks here weekly. So I agree. Jimmy Phelps has a shot with this one. So it'll be interesting. He's got Larry Wight. I got Matt Shepard. We'll see how it all plays out. But for all the latest news, notes, quotes, etc., from everything here from the Fulton 200, make sure you check out DirtTrackDigest.com. For Bobby Sweeney, I'm Mike Mallett. We'll catch you down the road at the races.